Barakatah Yahweh, Barakatah Yahushai, Barakatah Yahweh, Barakatah Yahushai, Barakatah Yahweh, Barakatah Yahushai. All praise, honor, and infinite glory goes to Yahweh, Ba'ashem Yahushai, Ba'ashem Gakadash. Double honors to the apostles, nails, and Grand Mills, and Ruel, and citation to the elect that butchers truth in all sincerity. Sincere shalom to the hopeful elect that keeps their garments clean and does the will of Yahweh Ba'ashem Yahushai. The order Yahweh Ba'ashem Yahushai for allowing me to do another video. In today's video, I'll talk about you still don't think that Esau devises and plots evil? All right, so in this video, okay, basically the message I'm pushing across is, that Esau, he actually plans out evil, okay, because lots of people still don't think that's a thing. They think like, oh, that's conspiracy theory. Oh, no, that's not true. Oh, no, this is a coincidence. He's actually trying to help us. No, this guy is flat out marking, okay, this is that move. This is this move, okay? So he can get to his mischievous goals. All the way to the what? RFID microchip. New World Order, okay? So this devil straight up, okay, plans evil, okay? He makes a plan, okay? And he implements evil, okay? People still think that's not a real thing. Oh, no, the government doesn't actually do that. Oh, no, that's not true. That Esau doesn't stage play, having one side against the other side when they both know that they're all in cahoots with each other. You see? Now, the reason why I'm saying this, what I'm about to show here, basically, the Esau, he's lifting up, okay, mass mandates in Texas. And there's other places where they're getting looser, okay, in their mandates, okay? Now, the thing is, Esau himself said flat out, okay, the best way, we really should just be strict, go very hard, okay, in our mandates and stuff. Get rid of this pandemic, this virus, and everything will be good. But that's not what Esau been doing, okay? He's been flat out doing this, okay? I'm gonna put some type of restrictions, and then I'm gonna push off. Some type of restriction, then push off. Some types of restriction, then push off. He just keeps playing around like that. So when he puts restrictions, okay, then he says, oh, we're getting a little progress. Okay, we could push off. Then he says, oh, we shouldn't have done that. We shouldn't have let off the gas. Now there's more cases. Then he puts more restrictions again. Then he lets off again. Then he says, oh, we should have done that. Then more cases. Then there's more, what you'll call excuse or more validation for him to just try to implement more and extra measures to this thing, okay? Trying to think of new ways to get rid of this virus, okay? All because of his method. And he's doing that strategically on purpose. He puts mandatory restrictions, then he loosens it. Then restrict, then loose. Strict, loose. Strict, loose. Every time he loosens it, he keeps saying, oh, damn, we should have done that. Oh, it was too early to do that. He keeps doing that. So, if you know that, why you keep doing it? Because it's part of your plan. You want surges to go up, just so you can say, oh, well, we need to go do this, we need to do that. We need to keep making more laws, guys. Just to, okay, give more excuse on why we need more people with vaccines. We need more types of vaccines. Oh, no, there's variants now. Having the virus out that long, okay, now there's more variants now. Instead of you just going hard, having hard restrictions, okay, then it would have been done. But instead, you should do light restrictions, then you push off. Light, push off. Light, push off. Now there's variances, okay? Now that gives you an excuse to say, oh, well, we need to have even stronger vaccine, okay? We need different types, all right? And we need more people to have it instead of the amount that we, will be good with people having. Like, for example, if they say we need at least 60% of the population vaccines, now they might say 80, you see? All because you're just letting it prolong. Or you create a particular law, okay? For this. Now, because it's still going on, you got to come up with another law, okay? More BS, basically, okay? Because this is prolonging, because that's what you want to do. If you know that letting up early is a bad thing, why do you keep doing it? Because you want to prolong so that you can continue with your BS. It's that plain, okay? And it's a strategic plan. It's a plan. He keeps doing that same exact thing. Here we go again with him talking about, oh, we don't need to go hard now. Come on, man. It's mutiny, all right? Complete and utter stupidity, okay? But people are just, they don't care. They're just lackadaisical, and they're just on some, well, I guess this might be the right thing. But more people are just on some, hey, I'm just happy to get back to this. I'm just happy to get back to that. People don't think, Lots of different states are lifting up restrictions, okay? But, the CDC, okay? Even Biden, okay, and other folk, they're talking about, oh, we can't be doing that early. So they got that little divide there. But at the same time, there's a component of straight up stage play, okay? Because they're all in cahoots knowing, okay, we're going to, keep this going on. And now we got to act like we're fighting each other. You see? There is a component of the government against itself of not being able to fully implement particular things that, to be together. But there's also a component of straight up stage play where they're acting like they're fighting. Plain. You see? Where they already know, okay, yeah, they're supposed to do that. Just let this keep brewing. Let this keep going. It's the same exact thing. Here we go again, lining up restrictions. Then you're going to say, oh, we should have done that. Oh, damn, now you got to surge. You see what I'm saying? That's how Esau goes. You see? Now, I got 2 videos. Okay, then I got a precept, and then that'll be the end of the video. So let's begin.
Health officials are warning Americans not to let their guard down as state and local governments scale back coronavirus restrictions with vaccination efforts ramping up nationwide. Yesterday, Texas announced that it is lifting its mask mandate and that businesses will soon be able to operate at 100% capacity. Deborah Alfarone is on Capitol Hill and has more on the concerns from health.
Damn, like Esau just said, fuck it, I'm just going to go 100%, When he knows lighting up restrictions, it produces a surge, as he says. That's what he says, okay? So why aren't you going by what your own information?
Officials that these rollbacks are happening way too soon and way too quickly. Deborah, what can you tell us?
I can tell you, Anne-Marie, that the director of the CDC, Dr. Rochelle Walensky, says we're just not there yet, not there to have all these rollbacks of restrictions. You take the variants and also the leveling off of cases, and she thinks that any ground that we've gained, we could lose.
To open Texas 100%.
Texas Governor Greg Abbott is removing all coronavirus restrictions and ending the mask mandate 1 week from today.
Removing state mandates does not end personal responsibility.
Health experts are concerned since less than 7% of the state's population is fully vaccinated.
A variety of COVID-19 variants are not only circulating around the world, but have found their foothold in North Texas as well.
Businesses can still enforce their own rules.
I'm concerned about my staff's safety.
Restaurant owners like Cesar Zepeda now have decisions to make.
I'm leaning towards having my staff still wear masks and maybe require anybody that comes here.
The Lone Star State isn't alone when it comes to rolling back restrictions.
The governor's office is getting out of the business of telling people what they can and cannot do.
Mississippi ended its mask mandate, San Francisco now allows indoor dining, and Chicago eased restrictions on restaurants and bars.
Small turns of the dial are safe to do.
Here in Washington, President Biden announced a pharmaceutical partnership that would give the U.S. enough vaccine doses for every adult by the end of May.
Johnson & Johnson and Merck will work together to expand the production of Johnson & Johnson's vaccine.
President Biden is also hoping to offer every teacher and school worker at least one shot by the end of the month.
There are positive signs with the numbers. National numbers have really leveled off, and they've actually improved dramatically since those high numbers that we had back in January. But if you think about it, we're at a point of 2,000 or so deaths a day, 7-day average. That's still a lot of people. So, these aren't just numbers. These are people. These are human lives. And certainly everybody has family who is affected as well. So there's a lot to think about here, Anne-Marie.
Deborah, you're so right. A dip in the numbers doesn't mean we're in the clear. It means, the numbers are essentially sort of a snapshot, not even of the moment that's happening now, but of the moment that maybe happened 2 weeks ago when the numbers were compiled. Right. Things could change very quickly, especially if people stop wearing masks and stop social distancing. That is what has kept these numbers where they are. Deborah, thank you so much.
Yeah, so there you go. Okay, there you go. Now, you heard the Texan governor. Okay.
Ground that we've gained, we could lose.
To open Texas 100%.
Texas Governor Greg.
Yeah, so the thing is, the way he's talking, these people are not even thinking. They're just excited just to hear, yes, he's opening it up 100%. You see, they're all just hyped, but they're not even thinking like, is that even the right thing to do? Okay. And the reason why I'm saying that is because Esau talks about how when you just open up too early, that's a bad thing. So even if their own information, they're not even following by that. They're just all warped up and just hearing his good tone. 100%, that you know what I'm saying? They just got all hype saying that. And they all just start clapping, oh, this is such a good thing. But you even say that opening up too early is not even a good thing. So why are you hyped? Just on that low level, let's just get back to normal. Let's just get back to normal. But then you say you can't get back to normal if you don't do the right thing. In conclusion, man, Esau is just low level. He's a liar, okay? And he's planning everything, okay? These people are low level. They're not thinking, okay? They're strategically planning on, off, okay? Playing with everyone's emotions, you see? And that's what it is at the end of the day. Now, I got one more video. And you see, obviously, the news. They're they're against it, but lots of governors are with it. So you got that divide there, You see? So some people are like, oh, let's do this, let's not do that. You see? But, like I said, there's components where people are in understanding, okay, we know that part of the plan is just to let up a little bit, okay? And we're going to have some people flat out, we're going to just act like we're against it, You see?
Across the country right now, restaurants, bars, and other businesses are starting to ease COVID restrictions.
It is now time to open Texas 100%.
A week from today, businesses can resume normal operations and Texans can take off their masks.
The last thing we need is Neanderthal thinking that in the meantime everything's fine, take off your mask, forget it. It still matters.
President Biden's stern warning from the Oval Office comes with only 7.1 of the nearly 30 million Texas residents fully vaccinated. Even some of the business owners hit hard by the shutdown aren't sure wide open is the way to move forward right now.
We're still going to encourage our customers to wear masks because I think it is probably safer. Our staff is still going to wear masks.
Good afternoon.
Mississippi is also doing away with restrictions and masks, and many other states are softening their COVID requirements.
It feels like there's a light at the end of the tunnel.
But the Centers for Disease Control warns that light could be an oncoming train.
We continue to see troubling signs in the trajectory of the pandemic in the U.S.
After a brief leveling off in the last week, the number of COVID-19 infections and deaths are growing again, along with lines outside of vaccination centers. Both clear indications the fight against COVID is still far from over. Still a week from tonight, and for the first time in the better part of a year, we could start to hear music and chatter spilling from these restaurants and bars along Lois Greenville here in Dallas. A reason, though, that some across the state are a bit frustrated with the governor's decision. And let's start with the vaccine. The sites have been closed down for a week because of the bad weather here. And at this point, the CDC says that only 7.1% of the nearly 30 million Texans have received a full dose of the vaccine. It also comes as we begin spring break in this region, a time that many were already concerned about seeing a spike, Shep.
Shepard Smith here.
All right, so there you go. So you got, Biden talked about how he doesn't agree. All right, talk about don't get Neanderthal. Something to that effect. You said something about Neanderthal. Don't act like a Neanderthal. Sound like that. You see? You know? So then you got your stage playing. You got your actual divide. You know, it's just a mess. Okay? But it's all produced. It's all through spirit and power of Yahweh Shem Shai. Okay? You know? But the main point I'm trying to say is that Esau basically, he strategically planned, to have, this plandemic going, keep it going, and use it, as a means to be able to push his New World agenda, So he's going to continue with that, you know, and obviously he's planning, and him putting restrictions and then backing off, putting restrictions and backing off, prolongs, the virus, the pandemic, so that he can be able to continuously use it for his New World agenda, So he's going to continuously do that, When he himself says that that's not how you should be running things, but he's doing it. That's not how he's supposed to be getting rid of the virus, but he's doing it, He's straight up planning wickedness. He's planning that wickedness on, off. Keep the pandemic going, you know? So this is Micah 2:1. Woe unto them that devise iniquity and work evil upon their beds. When the morning is light, they practice it because it is in the power of their hand. It's not the scripture says that, the earth is given into the hand of the wicked. All right, so Esau being the wicked, pursuing to Malachi, the 1st chapter, 4th verse, Esau being the devil, being the wicked, this guy, he has the earth, he has a power, he's running the earth, so him running the earth, he has a power to implement what he wants. And because we know he's wicked, he's obviously going to be implementing evil. He has the power to what? Produce and practice evil, Now this scripture, you got to understand that there's people, that sit down and plan evil, This is something that people can't think, that can't get across through to people's heads. That there's actually people that sit down and meditate on evil, plan evil, okay? They actually are upon their beds meditating and thinking about it and then practice it. Okay? The elites, they do that. Okay? This is what I'm talking about. Okay? It's in their power for the elites, okay, to do it. People still don't think that the higher ups, okay, the elites, okay, government, Esau, they still don't think that they literally sit down and do this wicked stuff. You know? It says devise iniquity. So they're straight up planning and they're coming up with iniquity. So to come out with it, you gotta sit down and plan it. Okay? And it says because it is in their power, okay, it is in the power of their hand. They're able to do it. Okay? You know? So there's people with power, okay, you know, to be able to, and people with power that's devising evil, okay, you know, that's what you need to get across your head, that there's people sitting down doing these things, okay, and Esau talk about his on-off BS, okay, that's literally him, letting the pandemic continue for him to use it for his New World agenda. Okay? Plain and simple. To continue to push more draconian laws. Okay? To have the people's minds more warped. You know? It's a whole host of things. You see? So I hope this lesson was edifying. All right, shalom.